That itself tells you that while I have a right to speech, a right to free speech, the right to has contours. And the contours are to ensure that I don't breach that contour to do injustice to somebody. Okay? So the fundamentals of law itself are based on justice. So you are lawyers who are going to fight against injustice in an attempt to do justice, right? That's the second thing I want to tell you. Number 3 is that you can't become a great lawyer if you're only limited to the statute. Why is it that lawyers are at the forefront of politics in any progressive society? They're at the forefront of politics because law teaches you aspects of state activity which no other profession teaches you. The doctor only deals with the human body. The chartered accountant only deals with accounts. Right? A surgeon only knows how to do surgery. He doesn't know beyond that. A lawyer deals with everything, from matrimonial issues to commercial issues to IBC issues to IPR issues to constitutional issues to criminal law, Copyright Act, all kinds of statutes. Why? Because those statutes regulate life in society. So you are most attuned to deal with issues that deal with society. And therefore, you are the best, you are in the best position to be a representative in parliament because you understand most aspects of societal interaction. Right? So that's a great thing. That's an opportunity that no other profession gives you. So don't just lose time. Don't just waste your time. But in order to be a great lawyer, which is what I asked you the question, you therefore has to be knowledgeable about all of these things. So when you become a law student, you won't have much work. So I give you some piece of advice. Every morning when you get up, go to your, nowadays you don't need to, buy a newspaper. You just go to your iPad or whatever, or a mobile phone or whatever, and read every newspaper. I mean, when I say every newspaper, it doesn't mean 20 newspapers, but read all the newspapers to find out what is happening in different areas of the life of the state. For example, when I get up in the morning, the first thing I do is to read the Indian Express. Why do I do that? Because the opinion page has some fabulous articles. The news will be common in most newspapers because nowadays the only news that we have in newspapers, which is something that we should despair about, is किसने किसको मार दिया, किसने किसी का कत्ल कर दिया, किसी की बेटी को उठा के ले गया, एनकाउंटर हो गया, किसी ने किसी को गाली दे दी, किसी का अपमान कर दिया, कि defamation कर दिया. But again, news is only about societal unrest. There is hardly any good news that I read. That also is something that you should be familiar with it because it tells you the state of the nation. It tells you what's happening around because that's the reality around. Everybody wants to read things that are that surprise you, that carry with it a sense of pain because that's what people enjoy reading nowadays. That also tells you the mindset of our people. So after I read the Indian Express, then I go to Business Standard. And I read each aspect of what's happening in the economy, what has the Reserve Bank of India done, what is our foreign exchange reserves, has money come in, what are the new things that are happening in the IT sector, which are the companies that are actually investing money in human development or in technology one way or the other. So you need to know about technology as well. So after I finish Business Standard, then I go to the Hindu because it tells you a lot about the South. what is happening in South India. You may be living in Madhya Pradesh, but you should know what's happening in South India. So, get to know about the economy, get to know about politics, get to know about technology, get to know about literature. Why literature? Because language is at the heart of articulation. If you can't articulate, you'll never be able to be a great lawyer. So you need to articulate. Articulation in turn means you must be clear about your thoughts. You can't articulate with clarity unless you think with clarity. And you can't ever think with clarity unless you know everything. When I say know everything, know the facts. It's only when you get to absorb the facts, analyze the facts, articulate the facts that you will be clear in your mind, and then you'll be able to articulate. So when you get your first case, try and understand, read exhaustively the brief, know every aspect of the case, then only will you be able to articulate your thought when you go to the courtroom. And remember, law is not about winning every case. Law is about doing your duty, right? All human progress, civilizational progress, the foundation of progress has been failure. If people had not failed, they would never have discovered anything. Whether it's penicillin or, the steam engine or whatever. Human endeavor and success is based on failures. So if you lose a case, don't worry about it. It's a kind of experience that you have to figure out in your mind how you could have done better. Right? Number 5, the only way to be a success in life, forget about the law, is to be kind to people, not to be harsh to people. Always think you know less than you should. Always have the desire to know more. Believe that the other person actually can teach you something. Right? The moment you become arrogant about your own learning, that is the surest way to failure. Right? As a teacher of education, I used to tell this story to the young children. I said that, look, if you go on to a helicopter or a plane, and if you have a parachute, and you jump from the plane, hoping the parachute opens and it doesn't open, what happens? You have a bad fall, you may even die. If it opens, what happens? You slowly come down and you land safely. So the parachute is your mind. If you keep it open, you'll slowly land in the right place. If you keep it shut, you will be a human being riddled with prejudice, and you'll have a bad fall. So keep an open mind. Make sure that you learn from your brother, your sister, your parents, your teacher, your judge. Try and learn from everybody. At the age of 75, I'm still learning, and I'm learning from ordinary people, not great thinkers, because I observe. And I find out this aspect of what I have observed, I didn't know that before. So never stop learning. And remember, the Constitution is your Bible. The Constitution is the fundamental law of this country. You should have a passion for the Constitution and the laws. And the last thing is, without passion, nothing succeeds. God bless you all. Good luck to you.